Hi guys, MCU Collector here. The day has finally come to complete the Marvel Legends Spider-Man Lizard Build-A-Figure wave. The final figure I have here is Mysterio. I did order this off of HasbroToyShop.com. They did the whole wave, and the Deadpool Sasquatch Build-A-Figure wave did open up and become available yesterday on the website. I did order Mysterio as soon as I found out. And I sprung for the overnight shipping because I did not want to chance it and get that email that says, unfortunately, we do not have your item in stock. So I paid the $20 expedited shipping, received today. So 24 hours, a little over 24 hours later, here he is, Mysterio. Very excited to finally get him, finish building Lizard, actually put him together because I haven't put him together at all yet. But to have it here and to have pieced it together, I'm very excited about. Mysterio is one of those villains that I consider is obviously a classic Spider-Man villain. Very happy to have him in figure form. I don't have any of those previous figures. I don't even know if Hasbro had made one. I think they were all Toy Biz figures from like Spider-Man Classics, that kind of thing. And then it was one of those ones where it had the gimmick, something in the back where the head twirls around or something. Not a fan of those type of figures. Obviously, you know, they were geared towards kids. They did have good articulation, but not the kind of figure that I'm looking for. So here, Mysterio. It is the white head variant. I wish it was the green head, the regular one that only seems to have been the very early release and not any of the ones hitting retail or even on online orders or anything like that. I'm sure that green head, there's no production going for those. I think it's done. If you get one, you're extremely lucky. If you don't, just like most people. But I need to get that one. Hopefully I'll get one eventually, but we'll see. I have a toy show I'm going to tomorrow. Maybe I'll get lucky and see one there. But here he is, Mysterio. Marvel's Mysterio down at the bottom. Spider-Man logo there. Up at the top, we get that spider logo you see here in the corner. Marvel's Lizard Build-A-Figure. Side artwork, not bad. Looking good. But again, it's just the black and red. There's no additional coloring to it. Here we have the entire wave to complete Lizard. We have the Build-A-Figure here, and you can see the rest in the wave is Gwenpool, Prowler, Spider-Punk, Spider-Man Noir, Spider-Woman, Mysterio, finally, and finishing off, we have Lasher. So here is the look at the figure, the promo image, looking awesome. Can't wait to see that cape out of the package because you can look at all the detailing in there. That just looks awesome. The bio reads, a master of illusion, Mysterio seeks universal fame as a cloaked villain with an unmistakable helmet. Oh. Look at that. Oh, can't wait to open it up. It just looks so awesome. Okay, and then for those that need it, we have the UPC. There you go. All right, guys, let's open up this figure, take a look inside so we can get to building Lizard. Guys, here is Mysterio out of the package. First, as we're going along this video, the first thing, I'm going to give you guys fair warning because I'm going to complain a little bit. And I never complain. If you go back through my videos and you look, I really don't have any complaints from Hasbro as far as articulation, character selection, sculpt, body mold, whatever, this and that, etc. Every now and then, though, there is a problem. QC issues, every now and then, sure. Nothing seems to bother me too much. But when something happens, it always seems to be at the absolute worst time that it could happen, or the worst figure that you would want it to happen to, and this situation is no different. This Mysterio figure is the one I wanted the most from this wave. He's the one that I got last, the hardest to find, everything. And so mad. It's an awesome looking figure. I mean, look at this thing. Look how awesome that is. But mine, look at this. Look at this foot. Look how it's sitting on there. Look at how horrible that is. That is absolutely garbage. Terrible. Unbelievable. Like, what is going on? First, it just, the way it's already sitting in the foot. Look at that. And then first, the hinge doesn't work. And this foot is basically rubber. Look at that. Just kind of bends around. Real soft. Not sure what's going on there, but it's real loose and just kind of flop around. This foot is how a foot's supposed to be. Hinge. Look at that. It's hard plastic. Look, doesn't fold, doesn't bend. This piece of crap. So I am not happy. So my Mysterio won't stand up. unless he's just kind of hanging back on the cape, or you use these to help prop him up. So that's unfortunate. So this review is not so good for Mysterio. And that sucks, man. That sucks. But we push on because we're going to get to Lizard, and I'm excited about Lizard. So here is the Build-A-Figure piece for Lizard, looking awesome. I mean, look at the greens and the sculpts in there, the purple for the pants, the tears in the pants. You can see the sculpt work coming through. I think it looks great. Look at the scales. The mold is definitely on point with Lizard. So here's the final piece. It is the left leg. We'll put it over here in the pile to go with the other Lizard. As far as accessories, Mysterio comes with 2. So these are kind of some magic effects that can kind of clip onto his legs, or you can kind of do all kinds of different things. You can put him on his arms. You could just leave him laying there. Really cool. But you can see the way it's sculpted, you could basically just kind of clip it right into their feet. It doesn't really clip, you just kind of stick it there, and then you could see how it's basically shaped to go right onto the right over the boot like that. See if we can get Mysterio to stand again with his busted foot. But these things look cool. I really like them. They're done in a translucent green. The really good thing about this, as opposed to some of the other effects, are all really shiny. This is a very soft, pliable plastic that they used, and it's not shiny. It's got a matte finish, kind of give it a little blurry. So it's not super translucent, but I like that it's not real shiny. That we would see with any other type of effect. I really like that they did that. The sculpt is pretty cool. I'd have to go back. I don't remember why there would be like octopus type tentacles when it comes to Mysterio. And I don't have the full history in the comics or anything, but from what I remember in the cartoon, I don't remember anything about octopus. Let me know in the comments below what this is all about, what that's referring to, how it was in the comics or whatever, because I just remember there being smoke, not this octopus tentacle stuff. So I'm curious to know, but let me know, guys. But there is the one for the left leg. Very cool. The one for the right leg is basically the same thing. You could see the way it's sculpted just to fit right over the boot and the foot to rest right through. My foot still kind of rests through. Ugh. And then again, we have some of that tentacle, octopus tentacle sculpt in there. So the sculpt itself is pretty nice because you could see, I don't know, I guess scales or whatever, but it looks good. And the same kind of matted finish, so it's not real shiny. Oh, look at that. Even got a sculpted spider in there. Did not notice that before. How about that? Another one in there. It's okay. Let's go back through. Let's see. Is there one on this side? I do not see a spider on this one. So this one's got a couple spiders on it. That is pretty cool. I didn't notice that before. So there's one there. There's one there. And that looks to be it. So 2 spiders in there. Pretty cool. It's a nice little touch. I get to see some of the detail. Okay, let's look at the figure. I won't... The figure's awesome. I like it. I like it a lot. Very, very cool. You can see it's all new sculpt because it's got the line work in the suit. Very cool. The gauntlets, the boots, everything's new. The feet are probably reused. This one's pulled out of the garbage bin and placed on here for some reason, which drives me crazy because look at... Anyway, looking at the figure. So this is the Whitehead variant. So originally the head was supposed to be green, and that was supposed to be the release for the figure. But as it is now getting released more and more, we see this variant white head. But this is the one that's really hitting mass retail, not the green head. So it's kind of odd. Not sure what Hasbro was doing there. This is definitely the better looking of the two because when you do have the bowl on his head, because the green isn't shining through so much. So this is definitely the better of the two. As we try and get it, because it's done in a kind of a translucent white, so the bright light, it's kind of hard to kind of see it. But you can see it's a skull. You even got some cracks in the skull, looking very cool. But then you have the octopus tentacles coming out of it. And again, I'm not sure exactly what that is. Please, guys, let me know down in the comments below. I know a bunch of you guys are aware of that and what that might mean, so please let me know. it's really hard to get it with that translucent light. Anyway, definitely looking really good. I do hope to find the green head. Definitely, since this one is just not working out. Man, that's driving me crazy. Anyway, we'll go over the articulation. Crunches down that much, so that's pretty good. Crunches back quite a bit, actually pretty decent. The head will look up all the way. We'll look down quite a bit. So the articulation is actually really good. Arms go up that high, full rotation, upper bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, but you don't really get, I guess mine's just kind of not wanting to work with me here, but double jointed elbows. I'm not going to try and force this thing too much. No swivel there, but there is a nice black wash inside of the design there. So that does come out looking really good. I like the way that looks. So very pleased with that. Waist swivel. Legs go out very far, so that's very nice. We have upper thigh cut there. Double jointed knees working very well. There is a boot cut there. This foot does not really hinge up because of the way the boot design is. There's no hinging up, but it hinges all the way down. That's good. Ankle pivot. This one's a piece of crap, so I'm not going to go over that. Hand for the right hand does hinge, and it just kind of has that open hand. We've seen this before, probably mainly with Vision, unless the hand is a little bit different. Correct me if I'm wrong. And it's actually done in a nice metallic green, which looks good. And we have this one here, and this one's a little bit different. I can't put my finger on which figure that hand may have come with. But let's look at the cape. So the sculpt and texture detail on the inside is pretty awesome. Look at that. I really like the way that looks. There's no kind of paint details or no wash, none of that. And there's no detailing whatsoever on the back of the cape. But the inside, man, look at how awesome that looks. Very cool. You have the eyes there. They're not painted or anything. Well, I guess they are painted. They're painted in like a metallic fuchsia or magenta color there. Not a whole lot. There's no paint detail inside there. And you have the fishbowl here, which does give it a little bit of a magnification in there, which is really cool. And it's kind of frosted, so it's not super translucent. It blocks a little bit of it and distorts it, which is really nice. It's a nice touch. And you can see it does have this peg here, so it will peg into the back of the figure. However, with most of the caped figures, they don't always sit quite right when you peg it in, and this one's actually not going to be any different. You can see it just sits, just goes right in there, and then what you want to do is you want to try and work that peg into there, and you can see it just rests really high, and it doesn't go flush with the figure when you do that. And see, he doesn't want to stand because of his messed up ankle. But you can see it looks really good, and it really magnifies the head a little bit, but it really distorts it, and you can kind of see, and it looks very mysterious when you don't have a bright green head that's coming through. So that's why I definitely like the white head variant a lot more. Alright guys, if you guys have any questions, let me know down in the comments below. Sorry about the kind of the little bit of ranting in the video. I had high hopes for this figure. It's still a great figure. It's just unfortunate that with mine, I have that foot problem. I will be hopefully looking to get a replacement somehow, some way. I don't know, but here he is, Mysterio. Hopefully your guys' figure, when you get yours, will not have the same problem. Again, QC problems, everyone can nitpick and point things out. I usually never have an issue. That one's a pretty serious one if I can't even get the figure to stand up. But like the video, hit that thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already done so. Thank you for getting me to be over 2,000 subscribers. Really appreciate the support. Again, any questions, leave me down in the comments.